So opening a bottle of sparkling wine, that could be champagne, prosecco, or any sparkling wine that we're opening. So firstly, we need to come prepared. We need an ice bucket, which ideally will have a champagne stand underneath it. This enables the ice bucket to stay close to the guest table without taking up too much space on the table itself. That's both bar and bistro or brasserie service. Now, the guests will have a champagne flute all positioned, ready to receive their sparkling wine. And we are going to ask one of the guests, the host, to try the champagne or sparkling wine before it's approved and the rest of the table is poured. So, we've got our sparkling wine. Now, it is in our ice bucket, which has ice and water, so it is damp. So we do have a cloth close by just to make sure that we dry the bottom of the sparkling wine before we open and before we pour. Just like our normal wine, the champagne or sparkling is presented to the table for the guest to approve that it is indeed the correct sparkling wine or the correct champagne. Then, we'll notice at the top of the foil, you have a little kind of lip that enables the foil to carefully come off. Now, what you want to do when you remove the foil is kind of lift the foil almost towards the top of the bottle, and that will keep the foil in one nice and neat removed section, rather than tearing the foil down towards the bottle of the champagne. That's rubbish, that can go in your apron or be discarded neatly, and we then are ready to open our champagne. Now, the most important thing here is that we never remove the cage from the cork. So we always keep the cork being controlled by the cage. So just lift the little turn key there, and then we just very carefully we turn and release and open the cage. So the cage is now released from the glass lip of the bottle, but we've kept our hand on top of it. We then cover the cage with our full hand and gently turn and rotate the cork, and you'll feel the pressure of the sparkling wine pushing the cork out to the bottle. When we open a bottle of champagne or a sparkling wine, we don't want to hear a pop, we want to hear a kiss. Like so. So now we have the cork still surrounded by the cage. Just literally turn the cork and close the lip that we opened, so we're left like that, and then place it on the ice bucket and push the lid down. That leaves the cork in its cage next to the guest and also nice and neatly presented. The reason we do that is that if this is a special occasion, let's say that the guests have an anniversary or a birthday or even a proposal, this cork is part of that experience and a memory for the guests to take home with them. Then, lastly, either by placing your thumb in the bottom of the neck of the bottom of the bottle, or neatly holding the bottle like so, we're going to pour a little bit of that sparkling wine in the glass, twisting to stop any drips. Allow the guest to taste and approve the sparkling before we then continue to fill the glass up, making sure that we stop at about an inch to the top of the glass, placing the bottle of champagne or sparkling wine back in the ice bucket, remembering to pour all the guest glasses.